Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm Darren. I'm the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I talk about fragrance on this channel. I talk about fashion as well. If you like that kind of content, consider hitting the subscribe button and also make sure to hit the bell icon as well so that when I upload new content on the channel, you get notified. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 fragrances that are sexy, that get you noticed. I know we're going to drop that. Today we're going to get all into it, man. So this is going to be a fun video. Guys, are you feeling the ensemble today? I'm kind of feeling this. I got the burgundy on with the kind of mustard turtleneck right here. If you're feeling it, then drop it down in the comment section down below. But anyway, man, we're going to be talking about that today, man. These are 5 great fragrances. I haven't talked about several of these much on the channel, so there's going to be something a little bit different today as far as the fragrances that I want to talk about. But man, I've been wearing these things over the past couple weeks, and they have been doing really well in that department, getting you noticed, or getting me noticed. They'll probably get you noticed too if we wear them. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, man, if you want to see what made the list today, you know how we get down. Keep it locked right here. All right, we are back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's go ahead and jump into this list. I have 5 fragrances on the list today, a combination of designer and niche as well. So listen, if you're one of those folks that love your designer fragrances, there's going to be something on this list for you. And if you're a person that loves niche, there'll be something on here for you as well. So the first fragrance that I want to talk about was released in the year of 2017. Someone said that this has been or is going to be discontinued. I hope not. I hope that's not the case. This is a stunner of a fragrance. It has iris. That's the main note. Let me just go ahead and show you the bottle. It's from the house of Prada, and this is Prada L'Homme Intense. Prada L'Homme Intense. This stuff is just gorgeous. And winter and fall season is a perfect time to wear this beautiful scent. The original Prada L'Homme was deemed probably one of the best office fragrances. And I can't argue that point. The beautiful, again, iris note in this makes it very powdery, very friendly as it relates to being in an office type of environment. Now this masterpiece right here of a designer fragrance, they really amped up some of the warmer notes in this, like leather, as well as that amber. So they amped up the leather, the ambery accords in this beautiful fragrance. And I always talk about this. I have to mention this when I wear this fragrance. One of the things that helps you get noticed when you wear a fragrance like this is the fact that this fragrance performs so well. Again, once you get past the iris in this, you got some sandalwood and tonka bean. So of course that sweetness, I love the sweetness of tonka bean in this fragrance. It's just the right amount, pairs really well with the iris. Then of course a little bit of that creaminess from that sandalwood. But again, the leather, the amber in this fragrance really help this thing to perform and really push as it relates to performance. It will get you noticed, more than likely at least. But this is one that I love. Again, this time of year is perfect for it, so check it out if you haven't so far. Get it while you can, just in case it's being discontinued. This is from the house of Prada, and this is called Prada L'Homme Intense. Now guys, of course, if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you understand my philosophy. Fragrances is just to me, the icing on the cake. And while fragrances can, and in a lot of cases do get you noticed, they kind of enhance your overall aesthetic, I think it goes much farther and deeper than that as it relates to attention, especially if you want to get somebody's attention and you want to keep it. And that's where today's partner comes in, Tiege Hanley. I've been talking about Tiege Hanley for the past months now, and Tiege Hanley took skincare products and skincare regimens for men, which sometimes can be really, really complicated, and really simplified it for us. And guys, fellas, y'all know that's what we like. We like to keep things simple, and that's what they've done over at Tiege Hanley. Personally, I recommend guys having a skincare regimen because again, if you're talking about getting noticed and getting attention from women, look, once you get past the fragrance gets their attention, there has to be some other things to hold in, and you want to make sure that you are not only smelling your best, but that you're looking your best as well. I recommend having a good skincare regimen as a part of your everyday routine. Now, I recommend that if you're going to use Tiege Hanley, that you do like I've done. You start with their level 1 skin care system, which actually consists of an AM and PM moisturizer, as well as the facial wash and the facial scrub. So guys, the first thing I do in the morning, of course, is I use the facial wash. Now, the facial wash has eucalyptus oil in it that stimulates the skin and has antiseptic properties in it, as well as willow bark extract, which reduces inflammation and irritation by turning over dead skin cells and actually promoting your skin to be healthy. Now guys, that's what I start with in the morning. I start with the facial wash in the morning, and then of course the AM moisturizer. The AM moisturizer is going to keep your skin hydrated throughout the course of the day, and that's really, really important, especially for people that have dry skin, especially when it's cold outside in these extreme temperatures. That AM moisturizer is going to keep your skin protected and hydrated throughout the course of the day. Now guys, in the nighttime, I like to use the actual facial scrub, which is the bacteria buster of the bunch. It helps you to not only keep the surface of your skin clean, but also scrub away the harmful bacteria that might cause future damage. You want to use the facial scrub at least twice a week, and I like to use that again at nighttime before I go to bed, right before I apply my PM moisturizer, which helps to keep my skin hydrated throughout the course of the night as I sleep. So guys, a very, very simple skincare regimen that really, really works. And because you guys are my subscribers, of course, Teej Handler is going to hook you guys up as well. So make sure you click the link in the description box. It'll be linked right down below. Make sure you click that link and get started with your skincare regimen for just $30 a month for a skincare regimen that is really going to work. So guys, don't delay. Make sure you click the link and get started with your skincare regimen today. All right, now the next fragrance on my list, oh my God, we need a moment of silence for this one, okay? We need a moment of silence for this fragrance because guys, if you don't have this, I recommend that you give it at least a sample. This one comes from the house of Bond Number 9, and this is called New York Nights. Bond Number 9, New York Nights. Where have you been all of my life? Man, this stuff right here is absolutely magical. I've worn this fragrance several times, and every time I've worn this, I've got asked the question, what are you wearing? And gotten compliments on this beautiful scent. The reason I feel that happens is because, listen, there's a beautiful kind of floral accord in the opening of this. Primarily, you're going to get jasmine and carnation. And I don't know, most of the fragrances I've smelled that it's kind of unisex, at least, that has carnation. It really, really works on my skin. Jasmine and carnation, but the star players of this is on the dry down, guys. You get a beautiful accord, kind of gourmand accord which has coffee and caramel and sandalwood. So it has that beautiful floral opening with a gourmand twist on the dry down. This stuff right here is to die for. I promise you guys, it's got me attention, and I feel like it will do the same for you. So check it out, at least get a sample from the house of Bond Number 9. This fragrance is called New York Nights. All right, now the next fragrance on the list comes from the house of Parfums de Marly, and this one is called Latent Exclusive. Latent Exclusive. And I'm so happy, guys, that I was able to find the bigger bottle. I told you guys before, I like all my fragrances to look a particular way in my collection. Everybody else may not be like that, but I am, okay? It is what it is. But this fragrance right here, I really love the slight changes, I would say, that was made to this, but it makes a big difference in the two DNAs between the original Latent and Latent Exclusive. So what you have here with this fragrance right here, you have a little bit of civet, or civet, so how some people pronounce that, but it's not really, sometimes it can be fecal. It's not that way in this fragrance. It just gives this fragrance a little bit more character in the opening of this fragrance, but when it dries down, man, you get that beautiful coffee accord, and that's the main difference between between the original Latent and Latent Exclusive. But guys, just imagine the original Latent with a little bit more character, especially with that coffee note in the heart of this fragrance, and that's what you get with Latent Exclusive. And oh man, the original Latent got a lot of attention, and so does this one right here, especially in the winter time. So check it out, guys, if you haven't yet. From the house of Parfums de Marly, this is a great one right here. This is Latent Exclusive. All right, the next fragrance on the list comes from the house of Tom Ford, and this is, guys, this is just what a well put together gentleman should smell like. From the house of Tom Ford, this one is called Ombre Leather. Ombre Leather, still one of my favorites. I know the Parfum came out earlier this year, but to me, honestly, there wasn't really a big difference between the two. I'm good with the original Ombre Leather. Leather, and of course amber are the main notes to my nose in this scent right here. And it's just, again, like I said, what a guy should smell like. And when a woman sees a guy and he's well put together and he smells like this, it just happens, it gets attention. So check it out from the house of Tom Ford again. This one is called Ombre Leather. All right, guys, and last but not least, this fragrance is just, let me just show you what I'm talking about first before I even get into it. From the house of Christian Dior, from the private collection, this one is called Vanilla Diorama. Vanilla Diorama. And guys, don't be fooled by the name. Look, I know that I've seen a lot of more women talk about this fragrance, but guys, I'm telling you right now, we can rock the heck out of this fragrance right here, and it is an absolute attention grabber. Trust me when I tell you, the vanilla in this is a bourbon vanilla, so you get a little bit more of this kind of booziness that comes into play with the vanilla in this fragrance. So it's not like the typical vanilla that you would experience in a lot of other fragrances. That bourbon, again, gives it a little bit more of a booziness to this particular fragrance. And oh man, it just smells absolutely fantastic. I think there's cacao in this one as well, so you get that sweetness, that kind of powdery, almost cocoa kind of sweetness that cacao brings to a fragrance. It mixes very well with the bourbon vanilla in this scent, guys, and it's also rum as well, so that kind of contributes even more to that booziness. So again, a boozy vanilla fragrance that really works. I'm telling you guys, there's something magical about this stuff right here. There's a full review coming up on this channel really soon on this scent, so check it out if you haven't so far. Get yourself a sample and see if you like it from the house of Christian Dior. This is called Vanilla Diorama. All right, guys, that's it. That's my time. I hope you enjoyed this video today, as I gave you 5 fragrances that will get you noticed. As always, I sincerely appreciate your viewership. I appreciate your time and your attention to these videos. I know you don't have to watch, but you do, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now guys, don't forget to make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you are sharing these videos out to some folks that you think can use this information or find it entertaining, because I'm your guy. I'm the bow-tie fragrance guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.